All I'm saying is, don't look to go back to Africa because that's not your home, bro.
That's the funny thing I tell people all the time. Don't listen to that go back to Africa shit because half of the time your ass is right where you started from.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? That's what I said.
See what I'm
your
saying?
ass is right where you started from.
And like again, don't get me wrong. Like again, because I dig so deep into this type of shit, there were Moors who came over here. They were North Africans before slavery. This is before slavery even came into play, before the Indian slave trade, before 1400s. I'm talking about 1100 AD, shit like that, 800 AD.
But you know what's so funny though? A lot of people don't know that Native Americans was actually in slavery with African Americans.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, they don't know that. They don't know that. They think
That's
it was just
the point I'm trying to make.
African Americans that was slaves.
That's the point I'm
They
trying
thought
to make.
that, and then on that time that, because you know it's not a lot of Native Americans you see on an everyday basis. You know what I mean?
Well, what I'm saying is, it's not even that. I do say Native Americans on an everyday basis.
Well,
but what we've been trained to identify, all the movies we've seen in Hollywood, do you realize? I'm just showing you something. Do you realize all of the movies in Hollywood that every time they put the Indians in the movies, those were Jews? They were fucking white people with long hair. This is what we've been taught. That they're pale, they got long hair, But that's bullshit. Because guess what? If you go look at the original people of Fiji, the island, they got afros, fam. Go look it up yourself. That's the point I'm trying to make. That idea is something that just like they whitewashed Jesus. That's why I always tell people this. This ain't nothing new. They whitewashed Jesus, Slim. They took one of the most powerful men in history and they had to make him white.
No choice.
Okay? So you think that they gonna make sure that you motherfucking can they won't let you identify as a god. They ain't go shit, they put out the fucking Gods of Egypt movie and look what happened, fam. I was just talking to my pops about that the other week. That shit was a disgrace. They put one black god in there, Thoth. Chad Boswick played that role. But for Christ's sake, who the fuck from the eastern hemisphere of this world where the sun is burning hot is even fucking white? You understand what I'm saying? So they don't want to show you any image of that. And hell, only time they ever show black Indians or dark or colored Indians, the truth was when they put the Redskin logo on that bitch and them cigarettes they sell with that black ass Indian on that motherfucker. When it's a parody, when it's funny to them, they'll do it. And that's the wicked part about it. I always tell people, like, when it's funny or a parody, they'll do it. Think about it. Let me ask you a question. Remember the Redskin mascot?
Yeah.
All right then. Was he white? No. Or did he look like us?
He looked like us. He was a black man.
Oh, okay. So when it's funny,
rest in peace to him too.
I'm
also a Cowboy fan, and I'm giving y'all a shout out.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
But I don't want to fuck with it. I'm glad they changed the name.
The Chief. Yeah, they call it
the Chief.
The Chief. Yeah.
Come on.
So Yeah.
So I'm just saying to you. I mean, even when I think about the fact that Cubans say it all the time that they black, and black people think it's
too.
All of that shit.
Yeah, they are.
Brazilian, all that. And black people have this stigma of going, oh man, whatever. Like they're trying to be like, no, nigga. Their grandmother probably the same complexion as your grandmother.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say, my nigga. That's why, for me, I understand.
There's some black ass Dominicans out here.
Come on, dog.
I'm black. Like my man Big Poppy. Big Poppy.
I know a few.
Nigga black like shit.
I know a few, my nigga.
The nigga look like he's baptized on the grill.
I'm just telling you, this is real. I mean, even when I think about Kodak Black, look at Kodak Black.
Yeah.
You think he African?
Nah, I don't think that.
Fuck no.
What, he Haitian or
He's not. Even when you look at Haitians, you know what Haitians was called before they was Haitians? The Clovis Nation. Before it was Jamaica and all these people, those people were called Caribs or Cherub. That's why they call it the Caribbean. So I mean about history. The tribe was called Cherub or Carib. This is where they came over the word Caribbean from, son. But the tribe, when them white people first got there, when they first got to Haiti, they had their own tribe when they got there. It's that simple. And that's how I look at it. Even when I look at, it's funny because, I think it's interesting because it's so hilarious that, you know how like this medieval culture is so popular with like Netflix and all this shit, Lord of the Rings, these shows. Go look at those shows. And when you see the barbarians, what did the barbarians have? Tribes. So this is not nothing new. This is not no new. This is not nothing new. Even white people had tribes. So what the fuck is this thing about I'm African? What tribe are you from? Because if you can't tell me that, you don't know where you come from. And it's that simple.
Yeah. And it's just like that.
That's why I say I got Irish. We got Irish blood. Somewhere down the line, we got some ancestors that was barbarians, right? Mm-hmm. And they was Celtic. Them niggas worship Odin and Thor and fucking. You feel what I'm saying? Now on TV, you know what they would say? The leprechaun and all that bullshit, and shit like that. But our Irish ancestors had tribes too. So this ain't excluding nobody. I'm just saying that's how it work in my brain. For an African person to ask me what I am, I'm gonna tell you I'm rapping head. And that's it, cause motherfucker, I ain't got no other tribe. Mm-hmm. And that's it. It's that simple. A lot of people want to be from all these different places because it feels better to say, like they from Egypt and Saudi Arabia and all these nut ass places, and you have no origins there. And those people who come from those places know all their origins. They know all their people. They know all this stuff. Go ask them. Most of my African or Ethiopian friends, they will tell you what tribe they're from. They can tell you where they're from. They know where they're from. It's not a mystery. But like I said, motherfuckers is moving to Ghana and all types of nut ass shit. I ain't moving over there. Fuck that shit. I want my land over here, nigga. Period. That's how I see it. It's even the fact that the cracker said, that this is the land of milk and honey. Motherfucker, that means there was something valuable about this place too. And that's the whole psychology of, this place ain't worth nothing. We need to go to Africa. All the gold and the fucking diamonds is there. But motherfucker, the cartels got monopolies on them, so you can't get into the business no way. Africa don't own none of their minerals. So again, it's about the ownership. Do you want to own land over here and tell motherfuckers this my shit and you can't come over here? Or you want to go over there where they got terrible governments, terrible dictators, they're murdering and genociding the fuck up and down the street everywhere you turn, and AK-47s busting off and 2 people being funded by 2 white men and all types of nut ass shit. I mean, it's over. That's what you want to go to, then fine. But that sounds like somebody tricking me out of something, if you ask me. That sounds like somebody tricking me out of something. Because they ain't never going to be able to fix Africa. That's another thing. They ain't never going to be able to fix Africa in too much debt. So all that's just fantasy shit. That's why I just said the cartel, there's one cartel that got the whole monopoly on their diamond trade. One white-ass cartel from Europe, a family, that control the whole diamond trade. What are you talking about? Go back to what? There's nothing to go back to, fam. That's how I look at it. We got a better chance over here. And that's all I'm going to say. We got a better chance over here than that, all that nut ass shit. And honestly, doing me being a historian, dog, when you look at all the men that came out of those Dedan Kamadi,